Hi, I'm Scott Brooks of Vintage Acton, and in this edition of An Acton History Moment, we're taking it to the streets to learn about the history behind 5 of Acton's street names. The first street on the list is Acton's most traveled throughway, Mill Street. Spanning Acton from east to west and running through the heart of downtown Acton, the street received its name simply from the mill that has been located at the site of 62 Mill Street West since 1834. The milling business was started by Acton founder Reverend Ezra Adams and is the first and oldest running industry in Acton. The second street is Story Drive, named for prominent glove manufacturer William Heslop Story. W.H. Story, born March 8, 1837 in England, immigrated to Canada with his parents in 1845 and lived in Toronto. It was there Story had an apprenticeship in making leather saddles. In the 1850s, Story came to Acton, and by 1868 he got into the glove manufacturing and became one of Canada's largest glove manufacturers. To keep up with demand, he built a factory on Bauer Avenue where the post office is presently located. Along with being a glove manufacturer, Story was Acton's first reeve upon the village's incorporation in 1874 and even served as Halton County warden. He had a grand house built in 1879 known as Sunderland Villa on Mill Street East, which now houses the McKinnon Funeral Home. Following his death on March 6, 1898, his son W.A. succeeded him as president. Glove manufacturing continued on Bauer until the plant was closed in 1954 and the building demolished a decade later. The third street is Danville Avenue. It was in 1825 when the Adams brothers first settled the area we know today as Acton. The settlement was officially established in 1828 when the York to Guelph Road, an early predecessor to Highway 7, came through the area. The settlement received the name Danville after a store clerk named Dan who worked at Wheeler Green's dry goods store. It would be in 1834 when the name would be changed to Adamsville, followed by Acton in 1844. The fourth street on our list is Churchill Road. This name derives from the church that has been situated on top of the hill on 3rd Line and 32nd Side Road since a congregation was formed in 1838. Churchill, first known as Swackhammer Hill, was settled in 1819 by Jacob Swackhammer, an orderly for Major General Sir Isaac Brock during the War of 1812, and is known as the area's earliest settlement. And the fifth and final street is Beardmore Crescent. This street is named in honor of the long-running tannery that dated back to 1842. It was in 1865 when Beardmore purchased a tannery located at the foot of Elgin Street and would operate under this name until the tannery's closure in September 1986. Beardmore was once the largest tannery in the entire British Empire at a size of 1 million square feet. Following the closure of the tannery, it sat vacant and vulnerable to vandalism, eventually resulting in a major fire and demolition in 1998. Today, the land sits vacant, awaiting further approval for future development. And that's the history behind some of the street names of Acton. For an Acton History Moment on the Street, I'm Scott Brooks.